Nano Dimension have huge news. Let's look at it now. What's up investors and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Nano Dimension, ticker NNDM. This is a stock that I've previously covered on the channel before and they've just released some major news. This stock has some major investors such as Cathie Wood and it's easy to see why. Nano is an exciting company operating at the cutting edge of the 3D additive printing space that has seen huge gains over the past year. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and of course come over and check out my new Facebook group and join the growing family of investors where we've already had some fantastic returns from a few stocks mentioned on the channel this week. So today we're going to be looking at the very latest news at Nano Dimension, who exactly are Nano Dimension and what differentiates them from other 3D printing companies. We will look at what major investors have been doing regarding NNDM lately, and we'll take a brief look at the technical charts before I give you my conclusion. So before we get into the video, it takes a lot of time to research companies like this, so if you find any value in this video, can I ask you to smash that like button? I'm aiming to get 150 likes, help me make that happen. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification, so you don't miss out on any new content like this, and it shows me you want to see more content like this. If you're looking to buy Nano Dimension stock, one of the best brokers where you can do this is Webull, who are giving away 2 free stocks worth up to $1,600 if you open an account and deposit $100 using my special referral link. So check that out in the description below. And if you want to support my channel from as little as $3, check out my Patreon, where I plan to bring the very latest information to my subscribers as soon as it becomes available. So before we look at the huge news, what do you think of Nano Dimension? Have you invested? At what price? And what are your price targets for the end of year? I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Now let's get into it. So who are Nano Dimension and what differentiates them from their competitors? Nano Dimension is a provider of intelligent machines for the fabrication of additively manufactured electronics, or AME. AME technology is a unique technique to print HiPEDs, high performance electronic devices, layer by layer from scratch. HiPEDs are electronic boards with complex geometrics that cannot be produced in the traditional PCB manufacturing process. The technology injects simultaneously dielectric polymer ink and conductive silver ink from a special printer called the Dragonfly LDM. AME technology presents significant advantages over traditional manufacturing processes. For example, in the printed antennas, it quickly adjusts to the required size of the pads and the distances between the layers, hence reducing production time. It enables the printing of several types of antennas as one unit in a single step, unlike the traditional way in which antennas are assembled from multiple parts prepared by various technologies. It enables wired components to be printed on the same batch, which accelerates the optimization process. This technology allows for multi-layer boards to be created by providing up to 52 layers with connections between layers. This is a vast improvement from traditional technology which provides single-sided and double-sided PCBs. This technology also allows for flexible circuitry. The global flexible circuit industry recorded revenue of $13 billion in 2019 and is expected to grow at a rate of 11% for the next few years. Demand for this will surely increase further with the need for smaller, lighter devices with greater functionality and wearable technologies. The main product is the Dragonfly LDM. The Dragonfly Lights Out digital manufacturing system is the industry's only comprehensive additive manufacturing platform for around-the-clock 3D printing of electronic circuitry. This precision additive manufacturing platform uniquely integrates an extremely precise inkjet deposition printer with dedicated nano inks and optimized 3D software to print electronic circuit boards such as PCBs, antennas, capacitors, sensors. This is state-of-the-art technology. With the Dragonfly, designers can move rapidly from concept and design validation to production of precision electronic components while keeping the entire process securely in-house. Companies can now reduce demand on prototyping and short-run manufacturing resources and lower the total cost of operation in comparisons to traditional manufacturing methods. The Dragonfly is designed for Industry 4.0 and manufacturing of Internet of Things. This is very much the technology of the future today. In my opinion, their technology is so advanced that the market they are aiming at hasn't even got to the stage of needing their technology yet. Nano Dimension bridges the gap between PCB and semiconductor integrated circuits and will reduce the time frame for prototyping and production from weeks and months down to days and weeks. If you haven't already, take a look at the company's website. There's tons of information on there about their technology and the products. What sets Nano Dimension aside from the other operators in the 3D printing space is that they are specifically focusing on the niche of 3D printed electronics market. This is a market that is expected to be worth somewhere between 2.3 billion and 3.9 billion by 2026. One of the major concerns facing traditional PCB manufacturing at the moment is around 90% of all PCBs are manufactured in the APAC region. Intellectual property is cited as a major cause for concern, with a lot of companies being reluctant to send designs to Asia for prototyping. On top of this concern is the prototyping is often a very slow process, with companies waiting weeks to receive the PCB back. Altogether, the whole process is slow, costly, and puts intellectual property at risk. As we can see here, Nano Dimension have a number of major customers, such as 3 multi-billion-dollar US defense manufacturers, 2 European defense companies and multiple secret services, 1 multi-billion US value technology conglomerate, and several multi-leading research institutions around the world. They have also received a bunch of top quality certifications. They have customers across a broad range of industries such as research, aerospace, defense, medical, automotive, and industrial, and the technology provides different benefits to each industry. For example, in research, the Dragonfly system allows you to produce cutting-edge electronics quickly. In aerospace, the AME technology enables the production of reduced-weight components. And for the likes of the Department of Defense, it allows them to keep their intellectual property in-house and eliminate the need for involving external third parties. Now, let's get on to some very recent news. If you'd like me to talk more about Nano Dimension technology and the possibilities that this tech will have in the future, drop a comment down below and I'll cover it in the next video. The possibilities here seem limitless in my opinion. Also, if you haven't done so yet, show your support for the channel and hit that like and subscribe buttons. Nano Dimension have just announced a joint venture for advancing prototyping and sharing 3D electronic print designs with the German company Hensoldt. Hensoldt is a German champion in the defense industry with a leading market position in Europe and a global reach. Their main areas of activity include intelligence and reconnaissance sensors, solutions for controlling the electromagnetic spectrum, and mission avionics systems. Their solutions are deployed on various platforms including helicopters, fixed-wings aircraft, unmanned aerial vehicles, ships, submarines, armoured vehicles and satellites. They're a global high-tech pioneer for defence and security electronics and a market leader in civilian and military sensor solutions. The recently formed joint venture entity is named James. Jetted Addictively manufactures electronic sources. Now, this is not a small company. This is a major multinational corporation with over 5,000 employees, offices across 18 countries, and partners with some of the world's largest companies such as Airbus, Boeing, and Lockheed Martin. Hensoldt and Nano Dimension have been working together to expand the capabilities of AME 3D HiPads by formalizing their cooperation and co-investing approximately $6 million in the new joint venture entity, James. Hensoldt is strengthening its commitment to developing the most advanced technology in 3D printing. The joint venture is led by Hensoldt Ventures, an independent unit within the company which implements and brings to market new technologies and business models for the group. James will be based in Germany, will combine the strengths of both companies. The main objective is the development of an electronic designers community that will exchange designs and methodologies for manufacturing, component integration, and materials for printed electronics and additively manufactured electronics. By connecting the complete value chain of all designers and users of designs across corporate and geographical borders, James will allow members of its community to develop, prototype, market and trade AME and PE designs, proof of concepts and products. Hensoldt, as a market leader in the field of sensor technology and optronics, expects the closer cooperation with Nano Dimension to accelerate development cycles as well as spare parts production to respond to customer needs more quickly and cost effectively. Using the special dielectric and conductive nanoparticle inks, it is now possible to design electrical components directly via a printer and bring them into a three-dimensional form. They have already printed the world's first 10-layer PCB using a newly developed polymer ink from Nano Dimension. This joint venture not only offers rapid development of technology as a real alternative to conventional electronics manufacturing, but also offers small and medium-sized companies the opportunity to effectively design new products. And that's very important. They are targeting potential customers at every level, not just major companies, but also medium and small companies too. James is focused on building a cloud-based platform. In the future, other companies and customers are expected to upload a wide variety of electronic components in their usual software. Furthermore, they'll be able to obtain additional designs via the described platform, modify them, add their own form factor, and have them printed on demand. In my last video, we talked about the management team at Nano Dimension, and we looked into each one's background and experience. So I won't talk about them again, but they have made a big appointment in recent days. So Nano Dimension have hired Amazon executive Sean Patterson as President of the Americas. Patterson has been a proven leader throughout his career. Most recently, he was at Amazon, where he held leadership roles in the transportation and healthcare groups. He has scaled operations programs and engineering groups from pilot organizations to hundreds of facilities, as well as thousands of employees and assets. Prior to Amazon, Patterson was an executive at Nasdaq-listed TTM Technologies, a leading global printed circuit board manufacturer. Patterson has managed manufacturing operations, led multiple aerospace and defense manufacturing plants, and was involved in a strategic $1 billion plus acquisition and restructuring. While at TTM, he oversaw the expansion of its PCB assembly plants and vertical growth within its supply chain. Patterson was also a first adopter of Nano Dimension equipment as he pushed to revolutionize legacy manufacturing processes. So Nano Dimension is proud to recognize Patterson's service as a US Navy submarine officer. Through his extensive experience at Amazon, TTM and the US Navy, he has consistently proven to be a leader at every point in his career. I'm convinced that he will serve our customers and shareholders well as we drive transformation across our entire business and industry. Just look at the experience that Sean Patterson has. He's a veteran of the PCB manufacturing industry. He was one of the first adapters of Nano Dimension's equipment, so he truly believes in the product that they have, and he's been involved in strategic acquisitions and restructurings worth over $1 billion. Then consider the connections that this man will have, not only from Amazon and TTM, but also with the US Navy. These are the connections that we like to see. These are the connections that get the contracts that we want to get. So it's very important to have well-connected people on the team. Looking at Simply Wall Street, we can see that the company has a fantastic rating on its financial position analysis. They show here that the company has over $1.4 billion in assets and only $20 million in liabilities. I covered the financial statements in some detail in my previous videos, but if you want me to redo my financial analysis in the next video, drop a comment down below. In the next video as well, we'll be looking at two recently published articles giving both the bear view and the bull view of the company. So leave a comment and smash that like button if that's something you want to see. Looking at the ownership breakdown, we can see the general public owns 81.5% of Nano Dimension, while insiders and institutions own the remaining 18.5% of this. Of the top shareholders, Ark Invest are a major shareholder. In fact, Ark Invest are the largest single institutional owner of Nano, currently owning 5.06% of the company. Ark were very early investors in this company, originally buying in well before the share price rocketed up, but that has not stopped them from adding to the position in the last few months. Cathie Wood added more shares as recently as May. Cathie Wood is very bullish on this stock, and I will look at her interviews in the next video if that's something you want to see. Leave a comment down below. Other major investors in Nano Dimension include Renaissance Technologies, State Street Global Advisors and Citadel. And as we can see here, they've all been increasing their shareholding. So let's take a look at the technical charts. As we can see here from the 1-year chart, Nano Dimension had been rising from around October up until early February and has gone from about $2 up to heights of nearly $18 in February. When we look here at the chart over the last 5 months, we can see what I was drawing here back at the time of my first video when I predicted a breakout movement up, which happened, where the stock gained from under $7 up to nearly $12. And we can see here that over the past 2 months, Nano Dimension has seen a real resurgence in its share price. Having dropped as low as about $5.50, we can see that the stock has been on a steady rise, moving in this channel, hitting a high price of around about $9.50 before dropping back over the past few days. We can see here that the current stock price is literally just touching on that support line. The RSI is quite low at only 37, but the volume is quite low. If we were to see a big surge in volume in the coming days, this could easily shoot up in price, somewhere between 10 to 20% in my opinion. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you've made it all the way through, then I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me that you've watched all my video. And remember to smash that like button, it really helps me out. Remember, if you are looking to buy Nano Dimension, Webull are giving away 2 free stocks at the moment, up to $1,600, if you sign up and deposit $100 using my special referral link. So make sure you do that. Sell those shares and then buy the stocks you want. It's basically free money. And if you're new around here, remember to hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Follow me over on Twitter and join the new Facebook group. All links are down below. So what do I think? The more I research Nano Dimension, the more I like this stock. As I said in my previous video, when I first started researching, I thought they were just another 3D printing company making solid metal parts for technology, but their technology is surprisingly advanced. This is an industry that by its nature is already very advanced, but Nano Dimension are at the real cutting edge of this technology. I still think this is a fantastic time to be buying into the stock at the current price. They are currently up about 15% on when I made my last video, but they've only just begun to scratch the surface of what's possible. I know I didn't talk about it in much detail in this video, but they have fantastic financial position with cash reserves of over $1 billion to fund the 3 main strategies. If this is something you want me to talk about in the next video, drop a comment. And in my opinion, I think the future is very bright for Nano Dimension. As always guys, this is just my opinion, and I encourage you to do your own research if you're thinking about buying this stock. If you find anything of interest that I've not mentioned in my videos, leave a comment down below and I'll look into it. As I said before, I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice. Thanks for watching the video. What are your thoughts on the future of Nano Dimension and what's your price target? Leave a comment down below and I'll catch you in the next one.